Neurocreation and the voice. So this talk here is going to be one of the coziest, but also one of the most profound that I'm going to give. Now, if I'm speaking, I directly create through my voice. And realizing that is part of waking up to this holographic universe that I seem to beam myself into, to experience myself through the others, through the mirror, which is represented to me directly in front of me. Now, if I realize that I basically walk through this land of the dead, and I know that I just observe myself in it. When I've understood that, the quest is, what is there to do? What should I do? Because if I know I only represent my own brain, the images that I produced in my neurochemistry, in my imaginational inside realm, and I project them out like a projector into my thorax field, in my donut mirror, then I know I just have to work on the things that I consumed, but also the things that I create in my mind for myself. Because I should be careful what I wish for. wish. Because it might happen. It will happen. It will matter. Because your brain matters. My brain matters. My brain matters a lot because my field is fucking fat. So, going deep into your own school to decode your reality and then find out that this is what you produce here is in the end just matter which is not really there. I mean, sure, we could have fun with it, we could enjoy it, we could do a lot of different things with it. We could have all types of sensations for the brain. Gets into the glands, which equals your chakras, your sexual stimulations, sensations for the brain, different types to eat, and different things to do, different things to listen to, different things to smell, but it's just short-term satisfaction, which is also a great thing. I I get into these short-term satisfactions to just escape the holographic universe that I'm living in, for sure. At least it's a belief system that I created for myself, so it be, right? So the key here is to understand the chematic thorough workings and then to use them, obviously, for yourself, for myself, to create whatever type of mirror I would like to present myself with. But hey, in the end, once you focus onto the black hole, once you meditate with open eyes onto the black hole, and you start to just consciously observe the stream of consciousness in front of you, and all you basically then start to see is parts and puzzle pieces of myself. So this is a very bizarre ride to and of my own consciousness. So this is basically what the Egypts were knowing for millennia. They were knowing it for a long, long time. And this was what, quantum physics tried to describe to you, and scientists. And I mean, it's a great thing. It's a great thing to 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 tell a different type of story. But this story is basically unimportant to you. It's unimportant to me. Why should it matter? I mean, what really matters is what what is your capacity that you hold onto in yourself? How's your temple structured? How's your body built? And upon these standards, then you start to build your universe around it. And then you start to tap into your consciousness. You start to tap into your powers. You start to realize what this place here really is. And most people just don't want to have that type of knowledge. Most people just, they want to be sheeps. They don't want to think. And then we have few types of people who want to create something. And a lot of beings then just realize that it was already a Maya, it was already a trick. It's a birthing womb in here for your higher consciousness. So this is when you start to observe. This is when you start to realize, hey, what is there basically going on? It's just a projection. So what I choose in order to stay in here, because I think I'm at a kind of young age to realize all that chematic kenosis and chematic knowledge. The Pharaoh's chambers. So what I'm choosing here to just stay in this odd place is that I choose to empower young lights, young souls, young black souls, young black lights, black suns, white suns, and I fuse them together to equal in their brain matter to realize themselves and to build their foundation, which is obviously their body, to see themselves. But the type here for me is also to, are they real? I don't know, because I can only say that my consciousness is existing. So if I'm dreaming all of this, not like dreaming, I'm obviously here, right? But if I'm just conscious about my own consciousness that I emit from my skull, then it's just a representation for me what I would like to do. Now the question is, what would I like to do? What would I like to chase? So I create basically just mirrors for me. But all these secret clubs, the greatest secret that is that it's all you. It's all me. It's all your subconscious reflection. But you're not aware of it. You're not aware that you are not your body. You are the realm. You're the room around you. That's what you are. And if you start to observe the room which is around you, then you start to realize that all of this was done in the first place by your own skull. Before you were placing yourself in that type of situation, you were creating it for you. That's how the workings are. So all these secret clubs that I just mentioned, they knew about it. And this is the secret of the pharaohs. This is the secret of reality creation at its finest. So what they try to do there is to use their imagination, to use their magic for their benefit, which is probably pretty much a death cult. It's about gaining powers. It's about gaining and sucking out your energy, sucking out your creativity. So once you become very creative with things and you literally tap into your own powers, then you start to know that this is you. This is the Holy Spirit. This is the whole. This is the pupil. So all my pupils, tap into your own eye. Tap into your own observing state. Observe the mirror around you. And take care of your head. Take care of your mind space. Because your mind space is what is going to matter for you. Because like I said, you have a body, but basically you don't have a body. It seems like you have one. So you should take care about it, definitely. You should nourish it. But that's also the misconception in the first place, because I know it's a very hard stage to go there. Well, I think I have a very different type of alchemical vessel, because I'm fusing a lot of things together. I'm a very fad chaos being, because I nourish myself out of myself. That's the strange and odd thing, which everybody does, because your brain wants to survive in here. That's why you have all these organs. But hey, we can choose to have fun in here. We can choose to have joy. We can choose to have all types of emotions. These emotions also tap us into the hologram. And the glamour is basically the one of the biggest illusions, one of the biggest Maya tricks to hold you in this place, because you have forgotten that you are the currency by yourself, onto yourself. You are the currency. You are the money maker. You're producing the milk and the honey. And this is how you would feed your own brain, because this is all that you basically should have in here. You should be conscious. You should be subconscious. You should be aware. You should be mindful. You should be mindful less. You should be mindless. You should be. Spelled with a double E. You should just fly around, yo. Look at this, look at that. Have fun in nature. Life by itself is already psychedelic. For most people, I just don't get it, because humans are very much retarded. Humans are very much unteachable. But I don't think really so, because in these types of times we have the power to connect ourselves to the knowledge that we would like to have. So the quest is on you, if you even exist. I don't know, because it seems to me that what I've realized for myself and what I've created for myself is pretty big. But nevertheless, I know that I love you, and I know that I love me, because if I don't love me, how should I ever say that I love somebody? It's impossible. So the point of creation is always in me, and from there on it emits outside into the realm. So that's why shamans are timekeepers. Because if you would spell time backwards, you have the word emit, and this is where the neurocreation forms. So in these humble words, I love you, and stay calm.